Hey, what's going on, guys? Andrew here, and today was supposed to be a watch list video. It was supposed to be normal, just like everything else, go over the broad market and look at my favorite plays, but it's going to be a little different this time because there's a bunch of stuff we got to talk about that happened today. If you're unaware, if you live under a rock, if you haven't looked on Twitter, there's actually some pro-Trump supporters in the White House right now that are protesting, so this is why we have this huge volume here on SPY, and this is why we are seeing this weird price action after having a really good day where we just grounded up the entire day. But we had some huge selling here, panic selling, because people were scared. There were a lot of panic sellers, and they're actually getting kind of destroyed right now because it's kind of getting bought up just a little bit. So we'll have to see where this plays out through the end of the day. And there's also delisting news based on China stocks and possibly an Alibaba delisting. So we're going to go over that as well. So make sure you stay tuned for that, and we'll take care of all that in this video, kind of how I'm playing it, what I did today. Alright, so just before we get into the news, let's kind of talk about the levels real quick on ES or SPY futures. Basically going to be the same levels as SPY. So this 37375 level we talked about last week, and it's still going to be a huge level, and as you can see, we actually rejected off of it pretty nicely, but we're going to have to see how the rest of the day plays out because this candle is going to finish the day, so we're not really going to get a good confirmation bounce or not. But if we can go to smaller time frames, you'll see that we had a really nice impulse rejection here, and this is kind of the level I want to hold. And of course, resistance 337425 around this area is going to be a big resistance here. I don't think we're going to break it right now because there's just a lot of chaos going on right now in terms of the White House, lots of unknowns in terms of China stocks. So just play these levels, make sure you're not in too deep on anything right now because of all the uncertainty with the inauguration and of course with the events that just happened. So yeah, guys, if we head over to the Twitter trending page, as you can see, everything is just talking about the White House right now. Just absolute chaos. Nobody really knows what's going on. Yeah, as you can see here, Trump released a tweet talking about how he doesn't want violence, and it's crazy just what's going on here because I'm not sure how anybody could even break into the White House. I don't know how protesters even managed to do that with Secret Service and everybody, but it's definitely raising a lot of uncertainty within the market. So this is definitely going to be your catalyst that's going to move SPY and move the overall broad market. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on. And then, as you can see from Walter Bloomberg on Twitter, who's a really credible source, I like him. Go ahead and follow him if you guys don't for market news. One person was shot in the Capitol, so hopefully that person is okay. Hopefully they survive. Hopefully they recover fully. But that just shows how out of hand the situation is and why the markets are reacting how they are. And as you can see from another source, First Walk, U.S. considers adding Alibaba and Tencent to China stock ban, which would be really bad for just Alibaba holders in general, and it's kind of killed China stocks right now. NIO took a huge hit. NIO is around $54 today. It fell all the way down towards 49, and it's chilling at about $50 right now. So what I actually did is I actually averaged down on NIO. I'm going to go into why and what I saw. And before I do that, make sure you guys subscribe if you're liking the channel. I'm going to be putting out as many videos as I can. Hopefully I can get the news out to you guys quick as possible, and it helps the channel a lot. Alright guys, so I actually did something pretty crazy. I averaged up on NIO. My share average was around 44 right before I bought some more here. But the reason I bought more is, as you can see, we got this gap fill right here. We had this gap on from December 31st to January 4th, so the gap from Monday, and that was the day we went up almost 10%. So we had that gap and we filled it right here, and as you can see, price is trading at about 50.78 currently, and so we filled that gap and we impulse bounced up. So the reason why I bought more here is I saw we were getting good volume still, and we were getting green candles on smaller time frames. So as you can see, if I bring it down to a 5-minute time frame, we had the huge sell legs down, and then we had this doji candle here, and then we had a huge green impulse candle, and that had some really good volume. So I knew that we weren't really going to go any farther other than this bottom out right here. So I averaged down, it was sub 50, I think it was around 49.7 maybe, or excuse me, I averaged up, and so I got more shares because I think this is going to be the bottom. And another reason why I did this is because they never mentioned anything to do with Neo and that they would be delisting Neo. Neo kind of just fell with collateral because it is a China stock, and people like to relate things like that for some odd reason. So I think this is a golden buying opportunity if you got it. This video is not going to be out in time for you guys to probably get it at these levels, but we'll have to see. If it is at this level, I think it's a excellent buying opportunity to get in before Neo Day. So one of my favorite setups, which is actually nearing a really good entry right now, is going to be Home Depot or HD. As you can see, it's in this falling wedge pattern here, which once it breaks up from this bottom trend line is bullish, and it's definitely got a lot of room to go up, but this support here at 259 is pretty big. As you can see, a nice bounce here, and it was previous resistance that held as support here as well, is pretty close. So that would be your optimal entry near around 260, and then you can play it all the way to this upside target here. We could also have a resistance around this 287, 288 area because of all these rejections right here. And then you can also have around 280. So there's definitely a lot of room up on this. If you can get an entry near 260, that would be ideal. And then your confirmation is going to be the breakout of this upper trend line. So a play that is potentially setting up is also going to be Fastly here. As you can see, it had a really nice run from its huge drop off due to low guidance. It had a really nice run up here, but then it's kind of fallen off recently. But the reason I like this is because it's approaching a key support level here, and as you can see, also this sell-off really doesn't have much volume. It doesn't have much selling volume. It doesn't seem like many people want to sell this stock. So and compared to the run-up, it's got more volume here. The candles are a lot bigger here, especially right here. But yeah, I think the selling is getting exhausted, and we're going to have to see how it reacts with this 79 level. That's going to be your ideal entry if you see a confirmation of a bounce. Don't just get in at that level. Wait for maybe a green impulse candle, like a big bullish candle, like something like this, or just make sure it bounces, and then you can use the targets of 91.58, or you could also even target 105 if it wants to make that run there and it starts making its way back up to the range. But yeah, just make sure you wait for confirmation, and it could definitely be a really nice buy the falling knife play. So yeah, that's going to be it for the video, guys. I want to get this out really quickly so you guys don't panic sell your shares. You guys kind of understand what's going on if you are lost, or of course if you live under a rock and you didn't see the news. So yeah, that's the reason for the sell-off today. Pretty weird. We had a super nice run up in the beginning of the day, but we impulse rejected at this supply zone near 3374. So just be careful. I kind of want to see how the next few days play out with the news and all that. And for you guys that are in Neo with me, I'm not concerned. The delisting has nothing to do with Neo as of right now, so I actually took the opportunity to buy more, and hopefully you guys buy more as well. But unfortunately, I don't think this video is going to get out in time for you guys to buy more. But we will see. Hopefully it sits around 51 for a bit so you guys can get in. But other than that, it's gonna be it for the video, guys. If you enjoyed this watch list, make sure you like, subscribe. Definitely helps me out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.